Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Real Time Crime, the #1 rated crime podcast in the US. Today we're going to be talking about the story of Ava, Chloe, and Brooke, 3 high school girls who were kidnapped. I'm sure you guys have heard of their story before. It caused lots of controversy with Ubers and if you should be a certain age to ride in them. It was all over the news and really left the whole world shaken up. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the movie See You Soon, but it's actually based on this story, and it does a scary good job of telling it. Before we get into it, I just want to say the scariest part is that this all happened in my hometown of Sarasota, Florida. Terrifying. Anyway, so the story is that 3 teenage, upper-middle-class girls were getting ready for a party, and they were abducted by their Uber driver on the way there. The film represents the current social issue that people put blind trust into strangers without thinking twice, and this can lead to serious danger. Another example of this I found while researching the conventions of this social issue as a whole was something known as Craigslist killers. These people would pretend to sell products on Craigslist, and when vulnerable people like women or children showed up to get the product, they would abduct them. This is very similar to the case highlighted in See You Soon, as these young teenage girls are putting blind trust into a stranger, which was their Uber driver who ended up kidnapping them. The social groups represented in this film also follow stereotypical conventions for the most part. Like I said, young girls are the ones being abducted, and an older man is the one kidnapping them. The conventions of these social groups are challenged, though, because of the way the young girls are. In the beginning of the film, they're getting ready in a nice house with high-quality makeup products and good clothes. These cases are usually of lower-class people who are putting themselves into these vulnerable situations. Challenging this convention specifically helps to reach another layer of the audience, as people realize stuff like this can happen to anyone, and not just those who are considered poor. I also did some research on the crime genre as a whole, and here you can see, I actually have a blog as well. If you don't follow my blog, go ahead and check it out. It's on Blogger, same name, Luciana Castro, Candidate 9105. Anyways, so if you want to go look at my blog or you want to just listen to it here, I did make 2 posts towards the end of January where I actually explain the conventions of crime as a whole, since that's just what my whole podcast is based on. But I actually studied the movie Knives Out specifically. I love that movie, but I also just studied the entire genre. And so See You Soon, the codes and conventions of that movie follows the crime genre perfectly. For example, most crime movies have weapons shown, especially if there's a layer of mystery where you don't know if the people have died or have not. And this is shown in the beginning of See You Soon, as there's an axe, there's a chainsaw, and there's a rope, all of which are in the Uber driver's front seat. Also, if you watch the movie trailer that I created, you can see that there's a shovel and an axe that both have blood on them. So this also adds the layer of mystery. Were they murdered? Were they not? Does this have to do with the case? Does it not? Another way it's pretty spot on with the crime genre is the missing poster that's shown in the beginning of the movie, as well as the fact that the entire movie is based on an abduction, and that is a very common theme within the crime genre as a whole. So yeah, overall, the movie See You Soon does a great job of showing the codes and conventions of the crime genre, and if you're interested to learn more about it, feel free to check out my blog. Thanks for listening.